Hello guys, Wahoo here, back with another video. This time around we are talking about the new ability modifications that is coming to Trove. And I did another video. If you haven't seen that one, I'll go over all these patch notes, but I will of course link these patch notes also in the description if you want to read the rest of it. But I kind of just go over everything. And this video is my feedback to Gamigo and also for you guys to see what these all abilities are. I'm gonna go into more of my opinions about them and why I want to have these. And so I want to start out with saying any new abilities is amazing. I said this in the other video as well. I would love to see 5 or 6 different versions of these, you know, that you can mix and match whatever you feel like you want a class. So if you want like the Ninja to be a boss killer instead, you can do that if you really like that. And you can change it around to be a farmer, or maybe do the Chloromancer have to be more of a farmer instead of just being a boss killer. So I'm gonna go over every single one of theirs, and you can also test it out on the PTS server right now if you want to do so. It's just rings that everybody equipped, and when I first saw this I thought that there was gonna come abilities to rings, but they're just giving us it's just a lot easier to equip these and get them instead of going in and getting your class gem, because I don't think the other class gems are going out of style. And I know it might be a system that be very random and you're gonna be spending a lot of time. Maybe you're very unlucky and only getting one specific of like the Ninja. You're always getting the Shurikens one, right? And you're never getting the float like a butterfly one. You might wanna, but I think that's just, I feel like that's just RNG, and I think that's not too bad RNG, because there's only class gems that drop from these, the Shores of Everdark. So you're not putting into a pile of pyro discs and stuff like that, and you can specifically farm these. And yes, it's might gonna take you a while, but I also feel like class gems, especially like, and I'll start a little slow here with the Ninja. I feel like this is pretty much unnecessary. This is a nice, I will get this just because yes, it does add a little bit, and depending on what the other gems I have, because of course you are still gonna use the Shuriken ones. The Shuriken one is an absolutely must, and I feel like this is a little underwhelming to be honest, because slow falls, sure, it might be useful in some ways. I'm not a Ninja main, so I don't know, maybe the Ninja mains are, clapping, and it's just wonderful that they're gonna get this slow fall, but to me, it seems a little underwhelming compared to some of the other ones that we're gonna go over here as well. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'll also do video footage of all of them. On the PTS server, you can see what it does and stuff like that. I'll talk a little bit about there, but this is mostly my opinion about the different ones that are here. So, but I do like that there is another option. Like if somebody's out there is like, yeah, I need that slow fall. That slow fall is amazing, and it's very different from person to person. Definitely the Ninja one is a little underwhelming to me at least. And if you don't know what this does, it's 8 seconds slow fall after you use your ultimate. And then you get these, because this final technique thing here is the ultimate, or name of the ultimate. But you can go check it out on the PTS server right now if you do want to do so. Pirate Captain, all hands on deck. A pirate cannoneer now spawns with the Man of War. So Man of War is the ultimate as well for the Pirate Captain, and now it spawns this this boss enemy with a big cannon under it. You've seen it when you do Treasure Island stuff, and you will see this boss. It's just one of those, and it just seems a little weird to me, to be honest, that there's now I feel like it seems weird that it spawns this parrot cannoneer. I would maybe rather, I don't know, it just seems weird. Where'd that guy come from, right? It just, I don't know. I know Trove is a very magical place and stuff like that, but it just seemed to me when I see it that it's just visually weird to me. I don't know how to more explain it, but it does do a lot more damage. So I feel like this is gonna be a must with the other one as well. So the Pirate Captain is definitely going to get some love with this. So this is absolutely amazing, because also the Pirate Captain doesn't really have any other must gems that it can. Pyro Disc is great, but you're usually ranged, but it does give you more coins. And But yeah, you can still get the Pyro Disc in there, even though if you have this class gem and also the other one. So next we got the Candy Barb Spin to win, and this is an absolutely must gem if this comes out. I think this is the one that is arguably the best that is out there, and definitely the Candy Barb needed some love for this, because the class gem there is for the Candy Barb right now kind of sucks. It's mostly just utility, but you don't use it as a Candy Barb main. That's usually what I see people do. Mostly they do just a spin, or they use the big ultimate and just destroy things like that. But now the Whirlwind increase your movement speed instead of slowing, and also reduce the energy cost. So I feel like this is the absolutely best one. And maybe also it does make sense maybe that the Near Ninja don't get much love, or the Pyro Captain don't get much love either, because those two class gems that they already have right now is super amazing. So Candy Barb definitely needed some love for some awesome stuff, and I think this Whirlwind here increased this movement speed, and also the cost of it is absolutely amazing. And this makes the Candy Barb, this new class gem, an absolutely must for the Candy Barb for sure. So now you got the Tomb Raiser, Ghost More, the Banshee Boon. That's the #1 ability. Just consume 3 ticks per energy instead of 5, which kind of makes it also a must for it, because any reduction to energy cost or more damage and stuff like that is always going to be some sort of a must. I might do a new build guide for the Tomb Raiser. I don't know. I didn't do really one for when it had the rework and stuff, so this might be a good opportunity for me to redo that and kind of put this in as a must. So this is definitely not as horrible as this one in my opinion. I said horrible, I mean, you know what I mean. Next is the Shadowhunter Tactical Shot. This is definitely a bad one. This is the worst one there is definitely in here so far for me. This is the fully charged, the Radiant Arrow. That's your that's the ultimate ability, or no, sorry, your right click ability when you charge that up, and then you shoot it, and then it grants 10% more damage for 5 seconds. And I would have loved to see, I put out a video where I was saying that I feel like the Shadowhunter's other class abilities or other class gem that should be introduced is that it had, instead of having a single auto shot, it would make like cones that, so and the drawback would be that it would be less range, not half or anything like, but 2/3 or something like that maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to be an expert on how much range it should be, but it should be at a reduction. But then it would be a cone shape instead, because what the Shadowhunter lacks is not the fast shooting. That's what people love, but it does do the farming. And usually you hit one enemy, and then there's like 5 enemies on this side. You're never going to get them. You have to shoot them one at a time. So my idea for the Shadowhunter was that you get this cone, or you get multi-shot basically at a fair pace or something like that, or you can just right click for some multi-shots or something like that, so you get the more AoE instead of you actually have to rely on a gem and stuff like that. So on a different gem, the explosive, that's what I mean. So and also you don't know how long this is for and when you can do it again. So that's why I was talking about in other video, I was talking about UI stuff. I really want to see some more UI stuff to this, so I can see when the buff is up and when the buff can be reapplied and stuff like that. Or actually, I don't want to count in my head. I want to see it on the bar. There is much room there on the bar to see when this arrow is or when you did this and you did get that extra 10% damage boost, and also when it's ready to do again. So I don't want to count, I just want to see that. And maybe there's going to be mod makers out there that's going to make those sort of mods, but I would also just like to see it implemented in the game. So we got the Gunslinger, Stunning Armor, Ammo. Charge shots have 50% chance of stunning, so it's not a guaranteed stun, it's just a 50% chance. And then I feel like this is just kind of I feel like this is a good for when you are farming with your Gunslinger, you do get that stun, because usually the Gunslinger is pretty squishy. So these charge shots is pretty, but other than that, it's pretty underwhelming. So stunning the target for 1 second every 3 seconds. I'm not gonna change anything in my build guides because this is definitely not going to be a must. The other one that we got next year, I would rather want to talk about that, and that is some love for the Boomers bow skills, and this is something we absolutely need. And talking about AoE for a class, now this triggers an AoE when a bow attack lands. So it's not, there's no cooldown, there's nothing on it. When you use a bow, there is AoE, so you got built-in AoE with the bow, and this is gonna make the boomer a lot better for bow attack. We always, told people to go with a sword, but now with this AoE, we're definitely going to go for a bow. And I've tried it on the PTS server, and it does great AoE to me, at least what I got to test out a little bit. So this is gonna be a must class gem, at least for me. So next we got the Bard, and that's the teleport pop. That's of course the star you got, and now it teleports people. And I see some utility in this, that you can, put your crystal and then, pop it and then go back and all that stuff. And the teleport seems, to me, I don't know if the damage is still there, but I think it is. It should be there. If it's not, I think it should still be there when the damage is there, so you don't lose out on that. But I see some good utility in the teleport, and it's just what it is. It just teleports people. So yeah, I love the option to do so. Yeah, you can do. Next thing is the Chloromancer, and you get yourself a barrier, a shield when you are on low life that reduces the damage. And also the Chloromancer can be quite squishy, so for farming and stuff like that, it's pretty good. Now for bossing, it's not really necessary because you are just going to stay at range and defeat them. But the low life actually is 50% of the damage, and the damage reduction is actually pretty nice. I did that on a PTS server, so it's pretty nice, but it is on low health is considered on 50%. I thought it was like 20% or something like that, but it is on 50%. The damage reduction is significant, I would say. So these are the abilities. How many did we get? We get 3, 6, 9 out of our 17 classes. So I hope that this is going to just be the first step for all of this, and we're going to see a lot more on also for the other classes as well. Where's the Dracolite Love, not that it really super not needed, but I want to see it for all the classes. There's definitely some in here that are very nice and just should be implemented right away with no hesitation at all, in my opinion. But we're not done with the video. I'll show you guys every single of the abilities, what they do in small segments, so you guys can hold off. If you just wanted to see my opinion, thank you so much for watching this video. If not, I'll see you guys in just 1 second with some showcases of the abilities. Alright guys, we are now on the PTS server, and we're going to start out with the Neon Ninja. And the Neon Ninja, also if you can see, it is just a ring. I can just put it on right here. I can take it off. You can see the ring. This is what they gave all of us, so don't worry, it's not, abilities are not going to be on rings now. It's just a placeholder so you guys can get it a lot faster. So as it says right there, it says screen slow fall for duration of when you technical thing, and the technical, as I said, is the ultimate. So what we do is that we're gonna use our ultimate because we got this equipped. So use that, and you can see you got this slow fall for 8 seconds. This is, again, I would love to see. I guess this is kind of the buff up here. Did it show the buff actually? Yeah, so it actually showed a buff. That's actually pretty nice. So you can see 8 seconds. That's it for the Ninja, basically. Just do that 8 seconds. And yeah, it's not super crazy, anything like that. But yeah, that's what it was. So I guess we'll move on to the next one. Alright, next one, we got the Pirate Captain, and this is where it spawns because this is, of course, the Man of War, as we talked about before, and this is our ability that now it summons the Pirate Cannoneer as well. So you get that as well, so let me show that as well. Let's go over here, and oh, there's a big guy over here, so we can spawn that, and this is the Cannoneer that you spawn. He shoots straight at the boss though, or at the enemies. This just shoots a little bit more on the side, and as you can see, I feel like it's a little weird. Where did this guy come from? I guess the same is from there, but how did that guy, kind of spawn? So that's why I said in the patch notes, it kind of feels weird. Where did he actually spawn? But as you can see, it is an improvement to the Pirate Captain for sure. I don't know if there's other ways to do what they want to do, but to me at least it seems a little weird. But enough with that, let's move on to the very next class. Next, we got one of the good ones. This is the Candy Barb class, and as you can see, if I go into my inventory, his one is to reduce the energy cost and also remove the movement speed penalty. So there's a little bit movement speed. I think that means that space. But anyways, the thing is that we're gonna equip this one and we're gonna go around and try to defeat some stuff here. I am pretty alone, I feel. Okay, so here, I think it still does it even though you don't see it. I'm just gonna kill that. Now I have a little bit of a movement speed because of the aura that I use. Oh, okay, there we go. And there you go, that's the movement speed. As you can see, you move pretty quick, and also you can do it a lot faster than you could do before. So yeah, it actually is a kind of a movement speed increase for that for sure. So it's pretty awesome, very nice, very nice you know, addition to what we were doing. And also, of course, it does make it so instead of just being, to me at least, I was gonna use the you know, right click a lot more than it was before. But yeah, nice addition, and the movement speed is very nice to get as well. And as you can see, it also gives it right as you can do, so you can actually use it as a maybe as a move it speed modification or something like that. But yeah, that's for the pro people to do so. But let's move on to the next class. All right, so the next class we have is the Tomb Raiser, and what it does if we have the ability equipped is that it reduces the energy drain from the ghost form. So we can see right here, that's the Banshee's Boon, sounds of friendly bows to heal the skeletons and stuff like that. And if you put it here, you know, you know, if you have the class gym, it does an AoE around it. Oh, they're killing over here, but let's just use it right here. The only thing you can see is that it just, you know, drains less energy right here over here. That's all it really does. So it's up faster, and of course longer, I guess it's called. Of course you have to be shooting to have it, but it drains it less, so you can actually heal it more and stuff like that. So pretty cool. It also heals your buddies, as you can see around there, so you can actually keep that up as well for longer. So yeah, that's the ability for the Tomb Raiser. Very lovely, you know, a little nice addition to that as well. But let's move on to the very next class. All right, next up we got the Shadow Hunter, the one that is a little underwhelming, as I talked about before. So what you do is that you do charge up your thing. This is the radiant shard thing that it does, and then you release, and that's the charge shot. So you can't charge it up beforehand, as you can see. It doesn't give you the buff up here. I would love to see these buffs down here instead. That's why it's like, you do get a buff when you do hit something. You can see right here. If I charge this up, usually people never use this, and then you shoot that, and it gave me no buff. What? It did that before. Oh, there we go. You can see that. That's the buff up there, up here. That's the buff. That is more. Is that more than 5 seconds? Is that the cooldown of it? Is that a cooldown of it? I don't know. That might be the cooldown of it. Now I'm not sure actually. But anyways, I would love to see when I have the buff and when I don't have the buff. I would love to see like maybe a grayed out version of that. I know that's just a placeholder. It looked the same for the, you know, for the Neo Ninja. It looks the same, but I would just love to see the buffs down here, because I'm not looking up here, and I just wanted to get it down here instead. So anyways, that's just what the class gym does, or the new one, is that it, you know, when a fully charged radiant increases your damage temporarily. But yeah, still underwhelming, because you're never going to use this. You always just use your rapid fire, as you can see here. Of course you can do this and then use your rapid fire after that, but yeah, would love to see some different love for Shadowhunter for sure. But maybe we'll get one in the rework possibly someday. Who knows? Anyways, let's move on to the very next class. All right, next up we got the Gunslinger. So again, what it does, as you can see right over here, is that stun thing, and that's also pretty underwhelming. But the Gunslinger didn't really need any love, to be honest. So sure, it's cool that you just get this, but it's not something you're probably ever gonna get, except if you farm a lot on the Gunslinger. I guess that makes it a little bit more fun. So you can actually, oh, I should have gotten some enemies. See, again, I would love to see how long I have this buff. I can see it underneath, but yeah, then you see it stuns, and that's how it works. Basically, so stuns, and then you have 3 seconds where it doesn't stun, and so on and so on. So pretty simple, but yeah, that's really just what it does. Nothing really much to it. So let's just move on to the next class. Next up we got the Boomer, and the Boomer of course is the one with the AoE. So I do not have, if you go to my gems, I do not have I do have the class gym now. You have, you know, where you can get chicken spawning from that, but I don't have the AoE one that you can also get the explosive. So when I shoot, you can see there is AoE that is gonna happen. AoE, AoE, AoE. You can also see it for all the all the blocks that are getting destroyed. Well, I do this as well. So it does have to hit an enemy, but you can explode. As you can see, the explosion is real. And also look at all the chickens. All the that looks amazing. The feathers, that's what I mean. So yeah, the AoE is amazing. Of course, you can't really use it. That would be kind of OP if you could just use it as your explosion thing, right? If you can just go like that. But it does give a lot of love to bow, you know, boomers. So definitely a step in the right direction. So I'll just absolutely love this one. Just makes your bow shots AoE, not your what's it called, your sword ones as well. So I gotta get myself a bow for now on for my boomer for sure, if this gets too live. So moving on to the next class. Next up we got the Bard, and this is the one with the teleport. So if I throw down my star, what it does is that I move over to there. Oh, I don't have it equipped, do I? And now it doesn't seem to be working. Hold on. Let me try to do this again using the crystal pop teleport you to the location. Let's see if it works now. It is on the PTS server. There we go. Now it works. Sorry. So now it's working. I don't know. There might be a little bug with that. So now we know I got to report that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. But yeah, you can teleport, and it doesn't seem like to do damage. If you, I don't know if I can see it. It just seems like it just only teleports you now, which does, like, so you can see if I put it down here, you can see the explosion there, and it's also, you know, kind of goes away. I would love to see the explosion still going on, but this just make it a little bit maybe. I guess you can throw it and then teleport. I don't know if you can make like some shenanigans to move. I don't know. I think I guess you can move back, but I don't know if you can as a one. I don't know if you need more. You know, what's it called? And now I can't use it for some reason. Oh, okay, so it does have a range to it as well. So I don't know how much utility this has to it, but I do like there is the option if somebody is out there want to do so. But yeah, that was the teleporting. Bard, let's move on to the last class. Alright, next up we got the Chloromancer. I've taken off my gear because this one gives you a shield when you hit low life, and low life again is on 50%. So see if we can't get some of these guys to attack me, and you can see the shield. Get another guy over here. Hopefully they'll start attacking me. As you can see, they are attacking me, and the shield should be very visual in a moment. You guys can kill me faster, please. But yeah, we gotta get to 50% now. There we go. They're 50%, approximately 50%, and you can see the damage reduction is significant, as I'm really not taking any damage now. I'm actually regenerating all my life now, and now it's going down again. So that life is pretty awesome indeed. So pretty simple, but pretty nice for farming for sure for a Chloromancer. I'm not a Chloromancer main, but for the Chloromancer mains, I think that reduction is nice, right? And I guess all the classes could need something like that. Not that they should, but yeah, that's what it does. So that was all the classes as well, and my feedback to all of this. I know this became a little bit longer video, but I did want to make sure that I covered everything, and this is just absolutely amazing that they're looking into getting more class gems and stuff like that, because we haven't had that for what, 5 years or something like that. So more options is always super much appreciated. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for looking into that, and thank you so much for being part of the community. I really love you guys so much. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.